Welcome back to episode 12 of the Hot Rod Hangout podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Ashley.
What's going on, baby?
Oh, living the dream.
Yeah, just got a couple more days and then you're free.
Yeah.
To start new adventures.
Oh, yes. To head us in the right direction.
Yep.
But
so we'll do a recap of the Groundhog Gala this weekend.
oh, yes. That was a lot of fun.
It was a good time. Got to catch up with old friends, meet some new people.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a lot of cars there.
A lot more than not what I was expecting. In the sense of, like, when they were talking about where it was going to be, I mean, I don't do any research before we go, so I didn't know it was going to be in, like, I would say, like, the historic or downtown part of the Sanford.
Yeah, it's in downtown.
I didn't realize it was going to be there. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go to a big open field. And no, we're going to a big open parking lot, which obviously worked out for the best.
That was pretty cool. I mean, there was some, a lot of traditional hot rods. Old school funny car.
Oh, yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
I think we posted the pictures on Facebook, but I think my favorite picture was the one of the pinstripe with the little mouse on the orange car. I just got a kick out of that.
Yeah, we had a couple people that claimed their photos too.
Oh, yes.
So that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Especially the orange car, and that guy was pinstriping.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the amount of people that were surrounding him while he was pinstriping was, because you just kind of get into a daze when you watch someone do something like that. And the technique that it requires and the patience. I don't have patience like that, I would say. But, I mean, it came out very, very well. And in the comments of that picture, the person that claimed the car.
Yes, that is a beautiful hot rod too.
Yes. They gave us the whole 360 of all the pinstriping that he had done, which turned out gorgeous. Which is one thing that I do like about the car shows, the fact that you have people out there just pinstriping.
Yeah, the gentleman that was pinstriping in that photo, there was actually two pinstripers there. Montana. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I don't have your full name. But yeah, and that coupe that he was pinstriping in that photo has I don't know if you noticed the autism awareness stuff in it, which is cool. I don't know the story. I wish we never got a chance to catch up with the owner in person, but Lionel Brown, if you were listening, shoot us a message. We'd love to hear about the story of that car.
Oh, yeah.
And there was some pretty cool vans. Mm-hmm. We ran into, the misfires that were on the episode, and that was awesome. And some, like I said, old friends that, Ryan Gilmore with his coupe. He had his coupe there. That's the guy I got the 32 from. Looking forward to having him on eventually too. Mm-hmm. Hint, hint, if you're out there. Cool van. There was a van there that was done up like a diner.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Some bare metal stuff, some C cabs.
And I gotta say one thing. So, my favorite's not a square body and a C10, but there was a white one there, and it was downright gorgeous. And there we are. Yeah.
Oh, the Brewster's C10.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was very well done, and I'm starting to appreciate more and more square bodies, especially since when we went to Daytona and I fell in love with that black square body.
That wasn't a square body.
It wasn't a square body? Oh.
See, that was a 69 to 72.
See, this is why I need you.
Or 67 to 72, actually. But yeah, no. Lucky Tramp. Got to talk to Chad for a little while. Awesome time. There's some shoe boxes, a lot of roadsters,
and we got to see Scott, who was on the podcast with
Scott Strickland and his wife were there.
Yes, so we got to meet her, the actual owner of the Suburban.
There was a couple guys that were on sick week that had made it out. I don't know if they were the guys that had commented that, I think it was on Instagram, they had commented and said that they were going on sick week. But we got to talk to them for a little while too. Unfortunately, there are way more of y'all than there are us. So if you come up and just say, hey, we're going to say hey back, but we might not know exactly what car you belong to or the story behind it. But we'll definitely sit and talk about it.
Yeah.
And so if no one's ever been to Henry's Depot in Sanford, why don't you give them a little background?
Me?
Yeah.
On Henry's
What was it?
The depot?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a slew of little restaurants and a big bar at the end, which I didn't know what to expect going inside. But
yeah, we had never been there, so it was kind of. I was expecting just a restaurant. I wasn't expecting it to be. It's modeled after a train station, which after we figured out the train station, depot, that makes sense. But
they had the seafood, they had the pizza, they had a little deli.
Chinese.
Yeah, they had a little Chinese place. And it looked like that there was a couple little places. They weren't open yet, but they were coming soon. So I'm curious what they'll be putting in there.
There was a deli.
And then one whole end of the depot was the bar that had discounts on Bloody Marys all day.
Yeah, they were doing $5 Bloody Marys.
Yeah. Not that I'm a Bloody Mary person, but yeah.
The Cadillac was there. This was a really, really clean Cadillac. Brown Sugar was there. Some Woodies. Some motorcycles.
Yes.
Roosters. Roadster pickup that has insane rear suspension. Comes through the bed. Like a wishbone setup. 6 deuces. That truck is our Roadster pickup is awesome.
Oh yes, definitely. And I took a picture of the back, but I don't think that I fit it into the Facebook album.
Oh, and I just noticed that the front bumper on that truck is actually modeled after a hairpin.
That is a nice picture.
Did not even notice that whenever we were there. So that's cool. So we ended up not getting to take the 54. I got the front suspension back together Friday night late. So I didn't really get a chance to even give it a little bit of a shakedown run. And I didn't think it was the best of ideas to take off on a hour and 45, 2 hour drive one way with no shakedown miles on it. And it was also supposed to rain.
Yeah.
So no wipers, suspension that we don't really know 100%. Yet. So we made the executive decision that we'll take the truck, and which ended up working out pretty good because while I was over there, we were reached out to and told that, someone wanted to talk to us about some future endeavors. And so we swung by the Sumter swap meet. They were having their 3-day this weekend, so we swung in there, which was good because it ended up not raining on Saturday and it poured rain on Sunday.
A little bit.
So we ended up not. I still have to piece together some steering parts for the 32 build, and I was supposed to be able to pick them up. And the gentleman sold it, so didn't get a chance to pick them up this month, so we'll shoot for next month.
Fingers crossed.
But I spoke with a gentleman for a while, and another Scott. I'm not going to go into details on that yet. That'll be a little surprise for the internet land when that comes out, but it should be an awesome, what he is doing is awesome. And we may be able to have the chance to help make it a little more awesome while, supporting those that support us. So that'll be an awesome, we're trying to work out whether he's just going to come on for a podcast or if there's something else that we can help him with. And also I got to talk to a gentleman today. This is a surprise. Ashley hasn't even heard this yet. The gentleman I stopped and talked to for a couple minutes today, he's got a 37 car that he's working on. It will be Mustang 2 front suspension and Corvette rear suspension. He's putting it together. It's a driver. Shiny paint causes stress, so he's leaving it that way. But he's interested in trying to help us in his community basically beat the place that he lives, has a bunch of car clubs, and do some cruise-ins and stuff, but they don't really welcome outsiders. And he is willing to promote inside of his community to help us grow, where it's not just me and Ashley and a couple trucks or a couple cars going to crash the cruise in. It's going to be, 30 or 40 cars from that community that don't necessarily agree with the gatekeeping that the older generation's doing. So, he may actually be on for an episode.
Heck yeah.
So he was just out washing his car, and I was like, "Hey, you're into hot rods," and got to talk to him and hear his story. And he's had some pretty badass cars, and he kind of understands what we as the younger generation's going through. And he says he was very fortunate, and he's made it to almost 75 years old, and he's looking to pass on some knowledge, and that's what this is all about, is getting people together, getting the knowledge to be able to get passed down. And he has a cool car that he's building in a 2-car garage in a community that doesn't really that's not typical in that community. So he was doing glass work on it today. That's why he rolled it out. So we got to Webster, and we got to speak with Scott, and got to BS for a little while, and then kind of sat down about the next chapter for both of us. And we're excited to see where that can take us, and we look forward to having him on an episode. It will make getting parts for everyone a lot easier.
Yeah. Bringing the community together, even if you're not right next door to each other.
Yes. But it's mainly focusing on swap meets, getting people back out to these shows and swap meets and events to pick up their parts, which works out great for us because we're already going to be there. So,
pretty much.
But I'll let him go into details because I don't want to butcher their premise because it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and him and his brother and a partner, I believe, are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a family thing, and they understand, the need for this. So,
I think it'll be pretty cool. And like I said, I mean, it'll bring the community back together, and because I mean, we all got to help each other out, and we're all in the same focus. Whether you like the shiny paint and stress, or whether you like the rustic bare metal, we all need to come together and appreciate each other's work and help each other get to our goals. And I mean, that is one thing that I did like about going out this weekend to the show was the mixture of everybody. You had somebody that had shiny paint next to somebody that was patinaed. No clear coat, no nothing. It is what it is. He brought what he had, and it was still badass in my opinion. But to bring everybody together like that from all generations and all different classes of cars, it's a good thing to see, and it makes your heart happy. But
and it was mainly traditional hot rods. There was a couple street rods there, couple bare metal cars that were leaning a little more towards a rat rod. And there was a couple crusty rat rods that,
had rats on them.
That may or may not have had rats on them. Couple shoebox Fords, couple custom deluxes. Like I said, Brown Sugar is an award-winning car. It was there. It was a good time, and we're definitely looking forward to next year. I need to get busy.
Yeah.
Because the 32 needs to be definitely lined out for the 2025 show season.
Yeah. Which we're getting to work on because, we're moving stuff into the little shop. I mean, granted, we both work during the days, and when I get home, it's dark, but we're, and our weekends are so busy with shows and working on stuff. So we're doing what we can, but it'll be a good time. And, I'm excited to start working on it.
Yeah, we got the front end out from underneath of it, and started getting the rear end out of it, and get that boxed up and ready to go.
We got to get the plates that are too boxed up out from under our couch in the guest room.
Yeah, they haven't made it to the shop yet, but they weren't taking up any space in the spare bedroom, so they got to live inside for a little while longer. But
But that's okay, because the whole spare room at one point or another was filled with stuff that was meant to go out there, and I think that's pretty much the only thing left.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I got some photos and shop, decorations. Yeah. The hubcap's still behind me, but
is the hubcap going out there?
I don't know. Is it? No.
I thought it would stay in here.
Oh, okay.
If that's okay. Yeah. I got the other one staying in here.
Oh.
On our little table.
You need to clean that one.
Yes, I do.
Still has dirt in it from the 40.
Yeah.
So.
It's so hard to do.
Yeah.
And honestly speaking, there's some parts of it that are crumbling every time you touch it that I'm nervous to take.
Yeah, it's a little rusty.
Take the dirt out.
But the Misfire, the members actually made the trophies. So it was... there were some pretty cool trophies. Ashley got a picture of those. Oh, yeah. Best Lowrider, President Award. The dogs are barking at nothing.
Well,
But
they're warning us the wind is blowing.
Yeah. So
and then there was
the going and goings. Little old school funny car.
Yeah, that was like the first car that we saw when we walked on, because we parked off to the side. I don't think we really parked where a lot of people parked. We parked about a block away. And as we were walking up, all we saw was this funny car just propped up.
Yeah. But Chad had his Road King there.
Yes, very clean. Very clean.
Front and rear air ride. Go check him out.
And then right next to his booth was that one car with the gold flake on the roof. And the pictures don't do it justice.
Yeah.
At all. But that was very well done. When it comes to jewelry, I like my white gold and sterling silver, so I'm not traditionally a gold person, but that looked clean. I did appreciate that. That was very, very well done. But
there was even some on-show repairs going on. We walked down the aisle, and I seen the tire sitting off of it, and I was like, oh, maybe he's got like chrome rotors or something he's trying to show off, because some people will take them off. And the closer we got, I'm like, no, it looks like he's working on it. So don't know the story. We missed him. We walked by it 2 or 3 times, but we kept missing him. But we walked by one time, and there was a hubcap sitting on the ground with the lug nuts sitting next to it and no tire. And then we come back, and the tire was on, and the hubcap was still sitting on the ground. And then at the end of the day, the last time we walked by, he had everything back together. So
yeah, hopefully you got everything fixed.
Yeah, I don't know where they were coming from, but the fact that he was working on it was pretty cool. Or not cool that it broke, but cool that he was able to get it back together. The one rat rod was the Model A sedan, body dropped to the earth, and it had a stock rear tire or wheel and tire on the back of it, and it was ground flat like he had drug it to death.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool.
And I didn't even notice that he had done that until we were up waiting for our food up on the balcony. And we looked down, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, shoot. Like, we walked past that car probably 3 or 4 times, and I hadn't even noticed. But that is one thing that I love about this culture is you can walk past the car 4 or 5 times and see something new every single time. Whether it's something small like a pinstripe or, with the rat rods, and they have a 10 millimeter welded onto the back or something like that. You just, every time is like a new experience seeing the cars, which is always pretty cool. But
the Van Bergini was there.
Oh, yeah. I was so thrown off guard when I saw the doors open on it, because I was like, is it broken? And then realized both doors did that. But it was a good time, and got to see some pretty cool stuff. And like you said, some of the guys from Sick Week made it out there. In the cars that they drove in Sick Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the one guy on our Instagram story was saying they were driving down. They were driving the cars down. I think it was from Connecticut or Jersey, doing Sick Week, going to the gala, and then driving them home.
Well, what do you always say?
Drive your shit.
Exactly. So, hell yeah.
But if that was the guy that I talked to at the Groundhog Gala that did that, your butt's going to be sore when you get home, because there was no seat.
If it's not already from driving it down.
Yeah, Sick Week went off this week, and last weekend.
Yeah.
And a couple people that follow us, they did pretty good.
And someone we follow on YouTube didn't do so great.
No, but he took his plane for it, He still got first place in the bush plane category. But, yeah, they actually I don't know if we talked about it on an episode, but we Ashley texted me and was like, "Hey, is Sick Week going through Inverness?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And she's like, "Well, I'm pretty sure they are." She's like, "I seen a bunch of cars with trailers and parachutes, and they look like Sick Week cars." And we watched the video of Cletus McFarland, and he was he broke first day, so he went home and got his plane and flew. And he did the checkpoints in his plane, and I was like, wait a second, that's Coney Island in Brooksville. So yeah, they would have been coming up 41. So Ashley got to see some of them cars on the road. So,
and I didn't even believe it because I saw the first one and I was like, wait a second, that's some kind of Fox body and it's got a little trailer. Why is it pulling a little trailer? Oh wait, there's another car behind it. That's got a trailer too. And then like 10 cars later, I'm like, it's got to be Sick Week. And of course they were oncoming, so I didn't, and I'm driving, so safe driver of me. I didn't take any pictures, and I hate myself for it because I feel like, I don't know, I was passing celebrities on the road because we watch that on YouTube. We don't see that in everyday life, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I would like to maybe drive Sick Week.
Yeah.
Next year.
That would be pretty cool.
Do the Sick Ward with the hot rods.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty cool.
And I think the checkpoints that they have, and I just think it'd be a lot of good photo opportunities.
Oh, it'd definitely be it would definitely be cool because some of the places that they go, they I think they stopped at Don Garlitz last year. And a lot of the guys, especially down here, a lot of the guys are the race, they're going by their shops, so they'll open up their shops for people, and to help. It's more about the camaraderie and not less about the winning. Of course you want to win, but the Gassers versus Hot Rod versus Beetle, 65 Fairlane won with a 10.997, Richie Webb and a 70 Beetle won at 10.2.
Oh, jeez.
And then he also 30 Roadster. That was probably the gentleman that we spoke to at the Groundhog.
Oh,
and then a 65 Fairlane. So
going over 130. Oh my gosh, going over 130 miles an hour.
Oh, the Roadster.
Am I reading that right?
The Roadster went 124 at 10.7.
Jeez.
So yeah, he there wasn't a whole lot of cars there for that class. So may have to jump in with the 32 because I'm leaving it straight axle. So
can we agree on one thing? If it's allowed, take me for one pass.
Yeah,
in the passenger seat.
Take the 54.
Don't let
get
me
there
drive
forever.
I was gonna say, don't let me drive. I don't trust my driving in them.
Well, I'm saying I'll throw you in the 54.
What? No.
Put
I want
you
to
in
go
the 50.
fast.
I'll take the Dodge then. But yeah, we're kind of bummed. We had made plans and then completely spaced them because they didn't make the calendar. But nitromethane is burning at Bradenton this weekend.
Yeah. And for my birthday weekend.
Yeah, we had talked about going, and then for some reason just spaced it when we were planning out, and then have an opportunity to work on a car this weekend. So we're gonna do that instead.
Yeah, but I think part of it too why we're not going is because we have so much next month.
Yeah.
In other aspects, not car related, unfortunately, but
I'm gonna make some of it car related.
matters because everything we do, even if we fly to Pennsylvania for a funeral, we're still go to a car show. It just works out like that.
I'm a car.
Well,
but I'm going to try. I don't know how successful I'll be, but I'm going to try to film some of the wiring activities this weekend on Dad's 34.
Yeah.
And post them on YouTube. And
well, hopefully, there's a chance that I'll be there too. So it's still 50-50 shot right now. But if I'm there, then I'll be able to video all of you because that'll be cool because it's going to be you, your dad, and Ken. So, and that's what it is. Different generations coming together and working on a 34.
Yep. And at the very least, we'll take pictures and we'll take a short or a reel of the first time he turns the key on and hits the left turn signal and the right one lights up or something. I'm like, well, that didn't work out. I'll try again. But no, it should be a good time.
Well, like you said, we're starting from scratch with the wiring. You're hooking the wire into the Dodge and ripping it out. Yeah. Kidding. We're not actually doing that, but
I might.
It would be easier.
No, I'm going to get over there early and try to get it all done. I know Ken is he's getting the wiring sort of squared away because the harness, even though it's a small circuit wiring harness, that 34 doesn't have AC, which is good because don't know where you'd put it. There's no room in that cab.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't have, there was a whole bunch of stuff that, electric fuel pump and stuff like that, that we're not going to use. Some of it will get repurposed for other stuff, but a lot of it's just going to get, either coiled up and tucked or snipped and moved on. But I'm excited about that, getting to work on. I'm always excited to work on stuff. But, it's been quite a while since me and my dad got to wrench on stuff together. So that'll be cool. And
because even when we took Michelangelo over there, he kind of...
Yeah, he let me and you do it. Cause,
he knew how excited... Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of passing the torch. I mean, he was there and, gave us some hints or tricks or... whenever I was kind of getting frustrated because I didn't understand why it wasn't working the way it should have worked. And, you're still new, so you haven't experienced it, so you don't have the abundance of knowledge to go back on. But, he's been around this for, couple years longer than me, so about twice.
Hey, just a couple.
So, but that's good. I'm glad that it's getting taken care of, and because the truck itself is, he's knock on wood, he's had some really good luck with that truck, and just making small little improvements, like you do, and there is a line of sketchy. It's okay to be a little sketchy, but you also have to do it sort of safe. And that was, I had to make that decision on the 54. Yeah, it sucked. I wanted that car there just because I don't like going to car shows and new shit. Like that's, and also, we had the episode with the misfires and we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to try to have it there. And it just didn't work out. But I had to make that decision because if we break down, the trailer's here, my truck's here, the way our yard is set up, my truck was blocking the trailer.
Yeah, and I think my car was too. And
so, we wouldn't have been able to get the trailer out, so we'd had to figure out how to get here or somebody to come get the keys from me so they could get the truck moved and everything. It wouldn't have been good. So we made an executive decision that, sometimes it's better to be safe than stranded.
Yeah.
But I will be there next year in a car. I don't care if I got to buy something running.
One way or another.
I will be there in a car. But yeah, it was fun, and I don't know. We ended up having to leave early. Like I said, we had to get to Webster to go talk to some people. So I don't know what cars won, but there was some beautiful examples of basically every category. There was low riders there. There was vans. There was rat rods. Few rat rods. Bunch of traditionals. There was Suburbans, carry-alls rather. Funny car. Volusia County or Daytona Hot Rods was giving away a new car.
Yeah, something like that.
He kind of got offended when I said I don't really mess with anything that new, but it was a fifth gen or Camaro or something. Yeah. So it didn't really fit. It was kind of odd, for Turkey they gave away a 32 Ford.
Yeah.
But then it was there.
Was it there?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was like, did you give it away?
Maybe nobody. Oh, no.
No, somebody won it, and I'm pretty sure they got, yeah. So I don't know if maybe he brought it.
Yeah.
If maybe it was one of their club members that won it.
Right.
So.
But that Camaro kind of like, because when we originally walked or started walking through, we didn't see it. And then as we were leaving, we saw it, and it kind of like stuck out a little bit because it was.
I seen it walking up, and I was like, I thought somebody had, forgot something, so they were bringing parts or something. I didn't think it was the giveaway. And then we were walking around, and the guy walked up, "Hey, do you want to win a Camaro?" And I'm like, "That one?" And it, I just had mouth diarrhea and was like, "No, I don't really mess with nothing that new." I was honestly speaking, I'm kind of bummed I didn't win the 32 coupe or roadster. I think it was a coupe that they gave away for Turkey. I really wanted to win that car.
I know, we bought I don't even remember
I bought $100 worth of tickets for that car. But it was a Brooksville bodied, Brooksville chassis.
It also had shiny paint.
It did have shiny paint, but it was red, so I wouldn't have felt bad whenever I went to bare metal.
Yeah, that's true.
So
because we wouldn't keep anything shiny paint.
Shiny paint gives me anxiety.
Rightfully
to a point. I mean, like my dad's 34 is painted, and it looks good. Mm-hmm. It's a driver. It's not. I guess that's where the paint comes in, is if it's the 54's got paint on it.
Yeah,
it's just not very high quality.
No.
But it is what it is. If I go park that car somewhere and somebody gets close to it, my spider senses don't tingle from across the parking lot. Whereas you take shiny stuff, and we want to get kids in interested in this, but you got a $8,000 paint job or up on some of these cars. You make them too nice, and then you don't want to drive them, because what happens if some lady gets out of her car with her Starbucks and door dings you, or I mean, or these parking lots, the parking spots aren't that big, so they're walking through, and they don't even do it on purpose. They're walking through, and the little metal tabs on a pair of blue jeans. Mm-hmm. The blue jeans don't mess it up, but a little orange tab, or you see people with the big belt buckles, and it's like, oh, please don't get near my, and it just, these cars are built to enjoy. And if that's what you want to do with your car, cool. Mm-hmm. If you can enjoy it like that, go for it. Yeah. It's the ones that sit in the shop. Like I was talking to the guy today, and he's like, yeah, he says, my buddy's got $150,000, 37 business coupe. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, he brings it out, he washes it, he rolls it back into the shed. He said, and then when they get ready, they're from Kalamazoo, or up near Kalamazoo, so there's a big show up there. And he says, so he backs the trailer up to the garage, and he rolls the car into the trailer, and he puts the cover on it, and he goes to the hotel, and then he unrolls it out, registers the car, puts it back in the trailer, tows the trailer over here. He goes, he maybe put 5 miles on it all weekend, but it lives in the trailer overnight. Like, it doesn't even sit outside for the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'd rather drive it. I'd rather some little kid come up and he's interested in it. I'd rather throw him in the seat. And that's our mentality. Yeah. I want you to say, hey, that's cool. But if it isn't cool, turn around. There'll be another car behind you. You can like it too.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to get people to come to these shows, whatever's going to get people to be interested in this hobby, do it. Big wheels, rubber band tires, not my thing, but if that's what you dig,
yeah,
dig it.
And we even saw when we that big jacked up truck, and I was like, oh babe, I think somebody is taller than you.
Yeah, I didn't even have the tallest truck there.
I know.
Guy had a F-350 with a cradle and like 2.5 tons and 56 Michelins.
It was big.
So I didn't even get the tallest truck award.
But in the parking lot that we parked in, you did.
Yeah, you could see my truck from across the...
Yeah.
Everywhere in the show, you could look over and see my truck.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever got parked. That might have been a problem.
Yeah, I mean, because when you're that tall...
I never seen it parked.
No.
I just seen him riding down the stone pathway of Sanford downtown and then gone, so...
Yeah. You need a little bit bigger parking spaces for big jacked up trucks like that. Well, and even like Michelangelo. Michelangelo's a freaking boat, and then you go to open the door, and the door is wide as all get out.
Yes.
I'm always nervous. I'm like, it's okay if we get a ding, but if the 2015 Hyundai Sonata gets a ding on it next to us, they're going to know who did it.
Yeah, because we hang out with 2015 Honda Sonatas.
In Walmart, when we go to drive to... We went to Walmart. I don't know if it was a Hyundai next to us, but...
Yeah. It's a two-door, so the doors are long.
But yeah. I couldn't think of anything else. So that's the first thing that popped into my head. I'm sorry. But yeah.
And you can always... the one thing that I was happy that we didn't see was there was nobody there in jean shorts and New Balances with their 2024 Corvette.
Well, there might have been some New Balances and some jean shorts, but
they weren't in their Corvette.
No.
They were in their 32 coupes.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was a good time, and the bands kicked ass. Like I said, the food was good.
Oh yeah.
A little odd. I had soft shell crab sandwich. I may put that as a Q&A to what you think that is, because whatever you're imagining right now, that's not it. But the shrimp was good.
Yeah. That was pretty good, and
the soda had gold in it.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Sarcastic here. Okay.
No, it must have had gold in it.
Yeah, that's what. If I would have known, I was just dumbfounded when she told me the price of 2 cans of soda. I should have just been like, you know what, you keep it. I'm gonna go to the bar. Would have been cheaper to get. We could
have got mixed drinks for about what we paid, but hey, no big deal. We learned for next time.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Oh yes.
We're looking forward to next year, 25.
Yeah.
Be the 25th year, so that'll be cool.
And good thinking on Misfire's part. Because literally, what year it is? It's 2024. Oh, it's the 24th annual.
Yes.
They timed that out,
I don't know if
right?
they planned that, but it worked.
Yeah.
So with that.
Well, as always, don't forget to go to our link in our descriptions to go to Throttle Addict using the code word HOTROD, and you save 15% off. And I think they have some pretty cool apparel. I love my shirt that I got from there. They got men's shirts, women's shirts, hats, all kinds of good stuff. So definitely
sunglasses.
Yep. Definitely go check it out. And also, huge shout out to Hot Rod Hangouts ultimate tattoo artist, Jay, from Jay's Tattoo and Piercing in Zephyr Hills. I'm so excited because I might get to go there on Friday. Not for a tattoo, but they are pretty badass, and they do amazing work. Jay's wife, she's pretty awesome as well, because I've seen some of her work while I was there getting my tattoo. The stuff that she was doing, she did a skeleton foot on top of someone's foot. Not my cup of tea, but execution was on point. That girl's, you get some huge shout outs from me. So excited to see you on Friday. So shout out to them again in Zephyr Hills. Definitely check them out.
And also, it is Tattoos Day. So I did put a post up. If you got some car related tattoos, go post them up.
Oh yeah.
Tag your artist. I did mine. With that, go drive your shit. See you next time.
See ya.